and gentlemen, Ron Wallace here with Ballin' Down South Sports Network, here with another episode of the interview. Now, my next guest is a two-time Clarion Ledger All-State Girls Basketball Team selection, and she was the 2020 Dandy Dozen over there in Mississippi. She averaged 19.2 points and 10.3 rebounds last season, and I say just last season, folks. She's going to be a senior coming up this year. In the playoffs, she averaged 14.3 points and 5.3 steals as she helped lead her Lady Wildcats in the 6A semifinals over there in Meridian, Mississippi. The Wildcats held the number one position in Clarion Ledgers in the Super 10, making the rankings for the season. But I can tell you she's already committed to her college of choice. And let me bring her on, Debreasha Powe, Mississippi State commit. How you doing today, Debreasha?
I'm good.
Man, it's good to have you on here. I know you've been playing summer league basketball. You've been pretty busy, so your coach and I had pretty much set up today. You're gonna have a pretty break. So, how has it been so far this summer for you?
It's been good. It's been good playing a lot of good players and just being able to play with my AU team, also with my team, my high school team. It's been real good.
Well, I can tell you this. Watching a lot of film on you before even contacting your coach, just looking at you, me and my co-host KT Thorne with Icon Sports, we talked about you, and then I saw something come across the social media one weekend that you committed to Mississippi State. But before we get into how you chose Mississippi State, talk a little bit about some of the things you had to do before getting to Meridian High School. I know you transferred in, and how were you able to come in and help that team out in Meridian?
It just was a lot of hard work, I would say. Just putting in the work on my off days, just trying to work hard, just trying to push myself, and just being able to. It was hard transferring from a private school to a high school, like a 6A school. So I think on the journey, I learned a lot. I learned work ethic, and so me coming to Meridian High was a big deal. It was I think it was a great decision for me transform, from private to public. So just working hard and just on my off days, on just giving it my all every single day.
Now, what was your GPA from last senior year, junior year?
It was 4.0.
4.0. Oh, wow. So now going to the SEC, Mississippi State, it's a lot of ball players that can play just as well as you can. But I've seen a lot of tape on you. And I can tell you this, from what I've seen just from the clips and some of the games I've watched, I think you'll be definitely ready for that SEC and that collegiate level. Talk a little bit about some of what do your teammates, think about you going ahead and committing, getting it out of the way so you can enjoy your senior year. And why did you choose Mississippi State?
My teammates, I love them. They supported me. They have always supported me. So like when I told them, they were just excited. Like they was just so happy for me, and they've always been there for me. And I chose Mississippi State because Coach McCray, she's an awesome head coach, and I feel like she can get me to the next level. She can push me. She can. I know with me going there, I am going to get better, and she can just bring and put me in such a great position to just succeed.
Now you did when I saw you did visit the campus. When you went there, were you able to meet any of the players that's going to be on the current roster still possibly when you get there?
Yes, sir, I did. I met all of the players.
And what did the Mississippi State coach and their staff see in you, wanted to offer you that scholarship?
They see me as a person who can just who is going to get better, who is going to work hard, and they just have so much faith in my game, and they just have so much. They believe in me to where it's like they know they can get me better, and they can push me, and I can help the team. As it is just being there, just bringing energy, playing hard every single day, and just giving it my all.
Now, being a student athlete, everybody know that's a hard feat. How in the world are you able to manage a 4.0 and play basketball and also practice with your AAU team? How is that possible, and how hard is that, in the hard work you have to put in the classroom as well?
It's tough, but you learn to manage. You have to set, because even yes, basketball is a good thing, but you also schoolwork does come first. So I know I set time for basketball, and I do set time for my school time because I can't it has to be 50-50. You know, you can't just give 100% here and only 50% here. It don't work like that. So I think every single day I come in, I set a time for my basketball work, and then my school work. I make sure I'm studying. My coach is there too. My high school coach there. She's always make sure we do study hall, just making sure we are getting our work turned in. So I think it's good. It is hard though, but it's good.
Now I did see a couple of photos on Facebook where you guys were in the gym and the coach had the books open. You guys had your books open. It's like they were being the tutors for you guys, and
Yes.
that speaks volume of the type of program that she's run over there at Meridian High School. Now you guys were that close, making it to the state championship. Tell me how was that? Getting up to that point and not being able to just get right over that hump. And what are you guys expecting to do this upcoming season?
Um, I think we worked really hard. I think we got better this year, and it wasn't good. We wanted to achieve our goal, which was win, but to win the championship. But I think we learned a lesson, and I think that this year we're going to get over the hump. We're going to make the championship, and I feel like we can win it because we just have such an outstanding coaching staff and a team, and that bond is there, the chemistry is there, and as long as we just keep working hard and keep pushing each other, making sure we're giving it 110% on the gym, on the court, wherever we at, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we can pull it through this year. That's my plan.
That's your plan. So if I was to ask you, who's your favorite WNBA and NBA player?
My favorite WNBA player. I love watching Victoria Vivian. Seriously, like I just love watching her game. I've been watching her since she played at Mississippi State. I just think she's such a great player. And my favorite NBA player is LeBron James. That's just my family like favorite player. Like my dad, all of us like we be literally going at it. Like we just love LeBron. I've been watching him since I was little because my brothers, my dad, so that's why. But I love watching him play too.
Now LeBron, of course, LeBron them didn't make it, and I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan for a long time, up and
Uh
down. So I mean, it's pretty good. I had yesterday. I had the pleasure of actually talking to some WNBA legends, Don Staley, Lisa Leslie,
huh.
Tina Thompson, before the All Star game. Because I'm part of the media, I was able to get in and talk to those ladies via Zoom, and it was something. What does going to Mississippi State, getting a scholarship, mean to your family, to your parents?
They're proud. They're just happy for me, and they just wish they want me to to succeed and just be the best I can be. So I just think that they're just really happy for me, and they're gonna support me in everything I do. They just love the fact that they now that they know where I'm going. They're
Right.
just it's not from from where we stay at either, and it's in our state. So they're really happy. Like they're happy.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring on the coach that's been coaching you since you got to Meridian and helping you mold your game, help you be the best player, student athlete that you can be, Miss Denisha Faulkner. And prior to coming to Meridian, folks, she spent 5 seasons over at Hildeberg High School with those girls over there. Spent 2 years rebuilding that program because they had only won 7 games. I'm like, wow. She made school history by winning 3 consecutive district championship titles and competed in the state playoffs for 3 consecutive years. And I can tell you, during her 9 year tenure as a coach, she earned 6 Coach of the Year titles. I can tell you that is definitely a good feat. Let me go ahead and bring her on. Coach Faulkner, how is it going today?
Going really good, Ron. Thank you.
You have an awesome athlete over here on this screen here next to me. Talk a little bit about yourself before we start talking about Miss Poe here.
Well, I'm just a small town girl who loves basketball. I love coaching basketball. Um, I really enjoy basketball is just a tool. I really enjoy working with the kids and teaching them the importance of hard work and whether it's on the court or off the court. So we use basketball as just a tool.
Right. Now, like I saw it, like I told Brazier, Uh, Looking at some of the pictures you guys have on Facebook, I see you guys are getting knee deep into the books with the kids. Not you don't see that a lot with high school coaches. Heck, you might not even see that with some college coaches because they'll just let the tutor do it. But what makes it so special for you guys to get there with your young ladies in the books?
Well, we want our kids to be great all the way, all around the board. So like Brisha said, it's not just about basketball. You cannot neglect the academics. And one of the things we push in our program is, everybody that comes through our program, they come through and we expect all of them to go to college or to go on. Not all of them may, do so, but we treat them as such. And so we try our best to prepare them. And like you mentioned with the college coaches, they rely on the tutors. Well, we don't have that in high school. Our budget won't allow for that. So, we have a choice. We either do without it because the budget don't allow it, or we get in and roll our sleeves up and do it ourselves. And I have an amazing staff, and they are willing to get in there and roll their sleeves up with me, and we just make it happen.
Well, I can tell you this, Coach. Um, Talking about your staff and all, what do you look for in a kid that's trying to make your team, make your program there at Meridian? Um, if a kid say, "Hey, I've never played basketball before, but I do want to try to make a team," what do you expect out of all your players on and off the court?
Well, Ron, this may be a crazy answer, but in my years of coaching, I have never cut a kid.
Wow.
Never cut a kid. I believe that we work hard, and not everybody can come in every day and do the things that we do. So if we come across a kid who can come in and do what we do, we don't promise anybody playing time, but if they come in every day and do the things that we do, um, then hey, we're not going to turn them away because there's a lot of things that they can be doing.
Right.
Some of the things that we don't do, we don't have a lot of rules, but we do have standards. But the biggest thing is classroom. We're really big. All the teachers know me. I'm in all the classes, in and out of the classes. I keep up with everything they do in the classroom, behavior, things like that. Our kids have to stand out. They're athletes, which means they're very disciplined individuals, and it's going to show on the court, and it's also going to show in the classroom. So that those are some of the things that we do. We actually we were so big on academics. We just had 7 of our kids to sign up for college algebra this summer, and we got 7 A's. We just make it happen.
Now, one thing I want to ask, the media coverage, have you guys been getting any kind of media coverage down in there, not just at Meridian, but in that Meridian area period for your high school athletes at all?
Yes, we get some. Meridian Star is really good, and WTOK as well. They've been supporting us a lot.
Well, that's good. I can tell you this. Well, you got another network, the Ball and Down South Sports Network. We definitely will be trying to get over there this coming season to some of you guys' games. Coming back, the government has opened up the doors and stuff to the public, dealing with the pandemic. How's it gonna feel now to have those stands filled with the fans, welcome them back, and how's it gonna make you guys play a little bit better now that you got the fans there with you to be able to watch the games?
It's going to be great. We're looking for it. We really miss it. We played last season. We played a lot of games where not any fans were allowed, but we bring a lot of energy. So our fans, they love that, and they participate in that, and we feed off that energy. We're a very good defensive team, and we can use all the energy that we can get. So to have our fans in the stands cheering us on, I think it would just take our energy level to new heights, and it will increase the intensity of the game.
Okay, now to back up a little bit, that young lady over to my right, when she came to Meridian, what did you see in her? And to me, watching the video clips, everybody want to get her the ball, but I know you also got some other players on that team beside her. But what did you see in Brescia before you coached her?
Well, I actually got a chance to see her play quite a few times with a private school, so I knew she was a great player. But once she came over, her work ethic was on a new is a, it was on another level. Debreasha is the type of player where she does not want to hear about all the good things she did in the game, and she don't want to hear how many points she had. She don't want to hear how many rebounds she had. She wants the criticism, and that's rare in players her age. Everybody wants pats on the back, but Debreasha is more interested in what she can do to improve her game, and I just love that in her. She's always working on her game. Probably sometimes a little bit too much, but she's always trying to get better. So and she rubs off on her teammates. She rubs off. Her work ethic rubs off. We've never had to deal with any jealousy or any type of negative issues like that. Everybody loves her. The kids love playing with her. She loves playing with them, and it shows in the team chemistry.
Now, looking at that video right there, I see a lot of ball movement in there. What is your coaching philosophy when you get your young ladies on the court to win a ball game?
Well, first of all, it's defense. You're showing the offense there, and the offense is fine. But offensively, we don't want to be one dimensional. Everybody on the team knows that Debreasha is probably our biggest, well, not probably, but she's our biggest offensive threat. But we can't be robotic. Everybody's a basketball player, and everybody has to get involved. So it's about decision making. We have to put ourselves in the best chance to win, but that does not mean that everybody's not allowed to score. But like I said, our kids know who the biggest threat is, and we're not going to pass up any opportunities with her. But at the same time, we have some really great kids who, if you try to double Debreasha, we have some kids who are good enough to stand in that gap, and still score. So it's just a joy to watch sometimes. I don't overcoach, but we're really big on defense.
Now, Breesia, I see you can shoot the ball from anywhere on the court. You can drive the ball, you defend the ball, you even block the ball, and that's big aspects in your game. Is there anything that you think you would like to work on more on your game before going off to college?
For me, I still think like everything, like being more consistent with my shot, making sure I stay low when I'm dribbling because I have the habit of like I'll stand up a little bit or I dribble too high. So making sure I just stay low when I'm dribbling the ball, being more explosive, making sure I'm moving my feet, continuously on defense. It's yeah, just playing, being everywhere, just making sure I'm communicating more, bringing a lot of energy. So
Now,
yeah.
now one thing that I did notice, and I don't know if anybody else watch your film knows, you got a quick trigger. You don't let that ball be in your hand long. You get to your spot, your teammate pass it, it's gone. And that's what you got to do. You got to not be scared to pull that trigger in. And I'm very sure you know what they say. Big time players make big time plays in big time situations and games. So that's what I say. And coach, further on with you, what is your stance? And I asked a lot of coaches that I asked college and high school coaches. What is your stance on social media, bad or good?
What is my stance on social media?
Yeah.
Um, in terms of our program or in terms of our players?
Individually with the players, because this is a new digital age we're living in now. So
Well, we do have what I call mental clinics where we bring the kids in and we talk to them. And that's one of our topics on social media. We do we monitor our players' social media. And if there's anything inappropriate, we handle that and it almost immediately gets deleted. We really don't deal with it a lot. We have some really good kids, but we just make sure that they understand what social media, the impact media can have on them, good and bad. This is something that's going out, and it's like an interview. Even me as a head coach, when I have applicants come in for assistant positions, that's one of the first places I'm going to, their social media. And what you post, what you share, or what you even like on social media says a lot about, or it speaks to your character, as a person. And at the end of the day, we are basketball players, but you're a person first, and we do care about the person, so we're really big on that.
Yeah,
And
I
you can
know.
use social media to the good in so many
Yeah.
different areas, you know.
Right.
So why waste it on the negative?
Yeah, and like I tell kids all the time, that's your brand, that's your name. And of course,
Hmm.
now we have name, likeness, and image in college. So you get to college, and don't think that these companies and businesses won't look at your social media because you'll be speaking, on their behalf or their product or whatever services they're offering.
Right.
But to you, Breja, if you could talk to a kid that's going into their senior year, getting ready to go off to college, what would you tell those kids? And coach, to you, anything that you would say to a kid they need to work on, if they want to strive to go to the next level. Breeza, you first.
What I would tell them is it's our last year, it's your last go around. So don't waste any time. You don't want to say I wish I could have did this. Give it your all. Give it 110%. Any and everything you do. That's what I would tell them.
Go ahead, coach.
Well, I will have to speak to the work ethic, because we're living in a day and time now where, kids, so many kids don't like to really work on their game, because it's so many other choices for them. You mentioned social media and things like that. So I would tell a kid to really focus in on their priorities. It's not about what you want to do. It's more so about what you're willing to give up or sacrifice in order to get that, or put yourself in the best situation to get that. So that would be my spiel to the younger kids.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Denisha Faulkner, coach, Meridian High School, and Mississippi State commit, Debreasha Powe. Thank you for coming on the network, ladies.
Thank you, Van.
Thanks.
Summertime is the perfect time.